For a long time, paying bills felt stressful to me. Every time money left my account, I felt a small pain in my chest. I would delay payments as long as possible just to avoid that uncomfortable feeling. And this stress affected everything about how I saved, how I spent, and how I earned. Then one day, I remembered something my mentor once taught me. He said that money responds to how you treat it. If you treat it with fear and anxiety, it will always feel scarce. If you treat it with gratitude and respect, it will flow more easily through your life. So I tried one small change. Every time I paid a bill, I paused for a moment and said quietly to myself, "Arigato," which means thank you in Japanese. I thanked the money for the service it was about to provide. I thanked the people who would receive it for the value they added to my life. This small habit taught me that building wealth is not just about numbers and strategies. It is also about your relationship with money itself. And in Japan, we have ancient ideas that can completely transform this relationship. In Japan, we do not see money as just numbers in a bank account. Money reflects your mindset, your energy, and your values. How you feel about money shapes how money flows through your life. Most financial advice focuses only on what to do with money. Save this percentage, invest in that fund, cut these expenses. But very few people talk about how to feel about money. And yet, your feelings about money often determine your financial outcomes more than any strategy ever could. Today I want to share with you 7 Japanese ideas that can transform your relationship with money. These are not investment tips or budgeting tricks. They are ways of thinking and feeling that change everything about how money moves through your life. I hope these ideas bring you not just more wealth, but more peace around money. 1. Omoiyari. Consideration for others. The first idea is called Omoiyari, which means consideration or empathy for others. In Japan, this is one of our most important values, and it applies beautifully to money. Most people think about money only in terms of themselves. How much do I have? How much can I spend? How much am I saving? But Omoiyari teaches us to think about how our money affects others as well. Every payment you make supports someone's life. When you buy groceries, you support the farmer who grew the food, the driver who transported it, and the worker who placed it on the shelf. When you pay your rent, you help your landlord maintain their livelihood. When you pay for a service, you support another person's work and dreams. Money carries your energy with it. When you spend money with resentment, that energy travels with it. When you spend with gratitude and awareness, that positive energy flows outward too. Try this simple practice. Before you make any payment, pause for just a moment and think about the real people who will benefit from this money. Recognize that your payment is not just a loss for you, but a gift to someone else. This shift in perspective makes spending feel completely different. 2. N. Natural connection and flow. In Japanese thinking, N describes the invisible threads that connect people and events that are meant to come together. When it comes to money, N teaches us something important. Some opportunities are meant for you and some are not. You do not have to chase every dollar. The right ones will stay. I see many people exhausting themselves trying to capture every possible opportunity. They say yes to everything, spread themselves too thin, and end up burned out with little to show for their effort. They operate from a place of fear, worried that if they miss any chance, they will fall behind. But On teaches a different approach. When you trust that the right opportunities will find you, you can be more selective. You can focus your energy on what truly fits your path rather than scattering it across everything that appears. This does not mean being passive or lazy. It means being patient and trusting that when you do good work and stay open, the connections meant for you will naturally appear. Chasing money desperately often pushes it away. Allowing money to flow toward you often brings more than you expected. 3. Ma, the power of space and pause. The third idea is called Ma, which means space or pause. In Japanese art, architecture, and music, Ma refers to the empty space that gives meaning to what surrounds it. Without silence between notes, music becomes noise. Without space between objects, a room feels cluttered. Ma applies powerfully to money decisions. Most financial mistakes happen when we act on impulse without giving ourselves room to think. We see something we want and we buy it immediately. We feel fear about the market and we sell everything at once. We react without pausing. Ma teaches us to create space before making money decisions. Give yourself room to feel before you act. Pausing brings clarity, and clarity helps your money choices match your true intention rather than your momentary impulse. Before any significant financial decision, practice Ma by waiting. Sleep on it. Let the initial emotion pass. When you return to the decision with fresh eyes, you will often see it very differently. The things that seemed urgent will often seem less important. The fear or excitement will have settled into something calmer and wiser. 4. Shinrai, building trust with yourself. In Japan, trust is built slowly through consistent small actions over time. It cannot be rushed or forced. It must be earned through patience and reliability. When it comes to money, the most important trust you need to build is trust with yourself. Many people do not trust themselves around money. They make budgets but break them. They set savings goals but abandon them. They promise themselves they will invest but never start. Each broken promise weakens their self-trust further. Shinrai teaches us that trust with money builds slowly through keeping small promises to yourself. If you say you will save $50 this month, save exactly $50. If you say you will not buy anything unnecessary this week, keep that promise even when it is difficult. Each small promise kept builds your confidence and your trust in yourself. Spend mindfully. Do what you say you will do. Over time, this consistency builds deep confidence in your ability to handle money well. And when you trust yourself with money, your entire financial life changes because you no longer fear your own decisions. 5. Reigi, respect for money. In Japanese culture, we show respect through small gestures and careful attention. We bow when greeting others. We remove our shoes before entering a home. These small acts of respect create harmony and positive energy. Reigi teaches us to treat money with the same respect. Say thank you when money arrives in your life, whether it is your salary, a gift, or unexpected income. Acknowledge it and appreciate it. When money leaves, release it with joy rather than resentment. Thank it for the value it is about to provide. This might sound strange at first. Why would you thank pieces of paper or numbers on a screen? But the practice is not really about the money itself. It is about changing your own energy around money. When you treat money with respect and gratitude, you begin to feel more peaceful about both earning and spending. Respect changes the energy of money flow. When money feels respected in your hands, it flows more easily. When money feels resented or feared, it seems to slip away or never arrive in the first place. 6. Kyorikan, healthy distance from money. In Japanese culture, we understand that even in close relationships, maintaining some distance preserves harmony and respect. Kyorikan teaches us not to let money define who we are. Care about money? Yes. Manage it wisely, certainly. But do not let it control your mood, your sense of worth, or your inner peace. I have seen people whose entire emotional state depends on their bank balance. When they have money, they feel confident and happy. When money is tight, they feel worthless and anxious. Their identity has become completely tied to a number. But you are not your net worth. Your value as a person has nothing to do with how much money you have. When you maintain healthy distance from money, you can care for it responsibly without letting it control your emotions. A bad financial month does not make you a bad person. A good financial month does not make you a better person. This distance actually helps you make better financial decisions because you're not acting from desperation or ego. You are acting from a calm, centered place where you can see clearly. 7. Kansha. Gratitude as a daily practice. In Japan, gratitude is not just something we feel occasionally when good things happen. It is a daily practice that we cultivate regardless of our circumstances. Kansha applied to money means developing genuine thankfulness for what you already have rather than constantly focusing on what you lack. Most people spend their lives wanting more money, more things, more security. They believe they will finally be grateful when they reach some future goal. But that day never comes because there is always something more to want. Kansha teaches us to be grateful now, today, with exactly what we have. When you wake up and feel thankful for the roof over your head, the food in your kitchen, and the clothes on your body, you realize you already have enough. You realize you are already wealthy in the ways that truly matter. This gratitude does not stop you from wanting to grow and improve. It simply removes the desperate, anxious energy that makes money feel like a struggle. When I look at these 7 ideas together, I see that they share one common truth. Your relationship with money matters just as much as your money strategies. How you think about money, how you feel about money, and how you treat money all shape your financial life in powerful ways. Omoiyari reminds us that every payment supports another human being and teaches us to trust that the right opportunities will find us. Ma encourages us to pause before acting on impulse. Shinrai shows us that self-trust builds through small kept promises. Reigi invites us to treat money with gratitude and respect. Kyorikan protects our peace by maintaining healthy distance. And Kansha grounds us in thankfulness for what we already have. These ideas will not tell you which stocks to buy or how to balance your budget, but they will transform something deeper. They will change your entire experience of money from one of stress and struggle to one of peace and flow. In Japan, we understand that everything in life responds to the energy we bring to it. Money is no different. When you approach money with fear, it becomes a source of anxiety. When you approach it with gratitude and respect, it becomes a tool for creating a good life. Start with just one of these ideas. Practice it until it becomes natural. Then add another. Over time, your whole relationship with money will transform. And you will wonder why you ever felt so stressed about something that was always meant to serve you. Thank you for staying with me until the end. I hope these ideas bring you both wealth and peace. Take good care of yourself and your money.